Join me for a watercolor and pen session. Hey there, I'm Diane, the corporate creative, and I am spending some time with my creativity because it really allows me to decompress from busy work days and basically just a stress reliever for me. So I want to share that with other people as they want to go into an art practice to calm their nerves and to get out of their heads. In this tutorial, I've got a watercolor paper from that pad, and I'm using these Jane Davenport watercolors, which are fabulous, and a few paintbrushes, and I've got a water bucket on the side. But what you're going to see here is I'm creating little puddles of water, and then I'm dropping watercolors into them, and then creating different shapes of multiple different sizes. And you'll just see me dancing around the page with different sizes of watercolor brushes and adding and dropping some different color. I find that this practice, and this is sped up for you just a little bit so that it can fit within, a 7-minute time frame. But you can take about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do this project. It could also be over several days. You may want to come back to it another time. But it's simple enough for you to be able to have paint on the page and see something by the end of, your 20-minute relaxation, decompression moment. But as you can see, sometimes I'm connecting these circles so that you'll see some bleeding go through. And then I'm also going back to the circles that I've created, maybe with a darker color or a more vibrant color. And I'm just dropping the watercolor paints into that area. Now, the reason you're seeing it spread is because there's still water on those areas from earlier when I was doing it with a bigger paintbrush. So I'm working here, just adding different colors and then going into different areas with those colors to create some harmony so that these colors are often in different areas and they will allow your eye to move around and see that, and you're creating some harmony in your painting. But I'm not putting too much thought into the outcome of this. I am just simply putting paint on my paintbrush and then putting it into the paper. And now you can see I'm tilting my paper so that the water with the pigment of the paint is moving around. Now my painting is absolutely dry at this moment, and I'm coming in with this acrylic paint Posca pen, and I am drawing some botanicals with some roots, just freehand here. If you're not comfortable with images, another thing you can do, as I've shown in other videos, is just stick with shapes like circles or stripes. And, like here I'm doing stripes in one of the holes of the circle. And then I turn that into a botanical. So you don't have to know how to draw flowers. You can actually work with the shapes that you have, and it will often naturally create something. The goal here is to not overthink the way we've been doing all day. If you're anything like me, you've been overthinking all day. So the goal is to use this art as a way to relax and see something in the paper and just go with it. Make art and creativity low pressure. That's the goal here. Now, in this case, I'm using 2 different color Posca pens. The first was just regular black, and then this one is gold. And I love the metallic because I feel like it adds just a little bit of sophistication or interest in a art piece. So I'm coloring in some of the leaves And then you'll see I'm going to be adding just some areas of gold as well. So finding different areas within the painting where it looks like it might be of interest to you to create some contrast. And then some dots and some lines. I feel like it makes this look like another interesting flower from the side, but also just gives this painting a little bit of dimension, a little bit of the whimsical or magical elements that you might find. Now, the other thing I'm doing is I'm filling in these white areas in different areas on the painting. So I won't be leaving any of these white areas open. I like to fill them in with dots or lines or flowers. And then in this spot where there is no middle part, I'm just creating like a rose. So that's just like an abstract rose where you see the little petals. So here you can see the completed project, and it's really just watercolor and ink pen. And I had a great time doing it. I forgot about my day and what upset me, what disappointed me, what drove me crazy. And I just got lost in color and practicing art. I hope you enjoy it, and please check out my channel for more.